Well, I'm here in Shelby in Cleveland County because the American Legion World Series is just days away. And to get everything started, before the American Legion World Series kicks off, there's the American Legion World Series Festival. And that is a big event that happens right here in Shelby, which is why I'm joined by Kim Davis good to see you, Kim, with the American Legion World Series Festival. And look, we're going to get into the American Legion World Series in just a minute. But before we get into that, tell us a little bit about the festival for people to gear up, get ready for the series. What's it all about?
Well, this year it's longer, larger, and louder. It's from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have 7 music acts, and we've taken up more streets in Uptown Shelby.
So when you go with music acts, there's going to be different types of music acts there, but there's also going to be some things for people to see. Outside of Al, the American Legion mascot, there's also going to be a classic car show that people are going to be able to enjoy.
There is going to be a classic car show. This is a 1957 Bel Air, and it will be at the show Saturday. There'll be about 30 shows, 30 cars at the show, and people love these car shows.
Now, here's a question for you, Kim. I got 2 little ones. The little ones, sometimes I take them to a farmer's market, or I take them to a festival where there's not that many things for kids to do. At the American Legion World Series Festival, what is there to do for the little ones?
There's more to do for them than anybody else. Yeah. Because we have inflatables, we have rides, we have a Ferris wheel this year, we have a climbing wall, we have face painting, we have balloon twisting. Everything's free.
Everything. So that was my next question. Yeah. Do you register? Do you get tickets? No.
No, it's free.
Everything's.
The only thing you have to pay for is any food you eat or trinkets you buy.
Now, you mentioned food, vendors. What kind of vendors, what kind of food are people going to be able to experience?
We have ice cream, we have corn dogs, we have hot dogs, we have egg rolls that are not egg rolls. We have cotton candy. Yeah, you got to try the egg rolls.
That's going to be my next live shot. I'm going to try the egg rolls that are not egg rolls. But look, Kim, we're excited about the American Legion World Series Festival. That gets everything started on Saturday. But hang tight, because it's not just about the festival. It's happening because of the American Legion World Series, an event that happens yearly here in Shelby. In fact, it was one that I was a part of last year when I first joined WBTV, and it's one that is near and dear to my heart, which is why I'm joined by Adrian Hamerick and Steve Cloud, both with the American Legion World Series. I've been here a year now. I've gotten to know Shelby, and I've gotten to know the area, and I know about the American Legion World Series. But for those that are just moving into the area, the transplants, what is it? Who plays? What kind of teams? What are they going to see?
Oh, goodness. American Legion World Series baseball is played all across the United States. They're doing the regionals right now, Steve, August 7th through the 11th, right. Regional tournaments. So we'll get 8 teams from those 64 that are playing now to come to Shelby. Only 8 get to make it. And they are ranged from Hawaii all the way to the other side, and we're excited to see who those 8 are. We'll see if we'll get returning teams or non-returning teams, and we're always happy to welcome them. We have over 900 volunteers that come and help and just make this a big celebration for our community.
And Steve, the history of baseball here in Shelby has been great. One where we've seen players, young players here, start out big major careers. Tell us about some of those names that we've seen grow throughout the decades and years.
Sure. So back in 2008, we have Paul Sewald, the pitcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks, was our pitched here for the Las Vegas team that won the World Series in 2008. We've had an old ancient one was Raleigh Fingers in 1964, who is now enshrined at the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, that we get the chance to meet every year with our Player of the Year. And then as recent as 2022 here, the Player of the Year, Brooks Bryant, he was on the USA Collegiate national team.
Look, it's a great way to enjoy baseball and really have a fun time with America's pastime, but it's also something that's important to the community here in Shelby. How much does this series and this festival mean to the people in Cleveland County, to the people in Shelby?
It means so much. When we first went for the bid in Indianapolis, we took 3 bus loads of folks down. They called us the Orange Crush. We all wore orange, our local post color, and it's just a community buy-in. And every year when they come, they'll put signs up on the highway welcoming everyone, and from restaurants to retail to all the local folks at the post here. They all get together and they just make it a time. They have the time of their lives.
So whether it's baseball you're into, whether it's, just having a good time with food, with vendors, with music, with classic cars, or even with Al, the mascot for the American Legion World Series, it all gets started on Saturday, Kristen, and it is a great, great community event here in the great town of Shelby.
First of all, we're all very into Al. I love Al. Everyone in the room loves Al, so thank you for that. And it's really great for the community of Shelby. I'm so glad that it continues to be there. We'll see you again in a few minutes, Jorge. Thank you.